So you want to get rich. You've got dreams of freedom, success, living life on your terms. But there's a problem. Your habits. Every day you tell yourself you'll change, but then you slip back into the same broke routines. Mindless scrolling, skipping work, wasting time. Deep down, you know you're capable of more. That guilt builds day after day, month after month, until you start believing that this is just who you are. Another year comes around and you set the same goals as last year. You start strong, fueled by motivation and hype, but before you know it, the old habits creep back in and the cycle repeats. So how do you actually destroy those broke habits and finally break free? Most advice just tells you to be disciplined or delete apps. That might work for a week, but it never fixes the real problem, the root cause. The truth? You don't need years of therapy, and you don't need to wait for perfect motivation. You need 4 minutes, and I'll prove it with 5 steps. Step 1 is to catch autopilot. Most habits don't even feel like choices. Your body acts before your brain decides. You ever say, "I won't check my phone," and 2 seconds later, your thumb's already unlocking Instagram? That's autopilot. It happens because your brain has wired itself to fire the same sequence of actions without asking you. Here's your move. For the next 24 hours, write down every time you catch yourself slipping into an old habit. That little notebook becomes a mirror. Once you see the pattern, you can't pretend it's invisible. But awareness alone won't save you, because if you don't fix the environment, you'll relapse. That's where step 2 comes in. Step 2 is change the triggers. Habits are glued to environments. Same desk, same app, same friends, same outcome. A guy I knew couldn't quit smoking until he stopped hanging with his smoking crew. You might think you have no control, but look around. Your room, your phone, even the people you text are programming you. Here's your action. Remove or replace one trigger today. Work at a different spot, block that one app, or stop chilling with the friend who keeps dragging you down. Sounds harsh? Yeah, but staying broke is harsher. And you might wonder, what about the random urges that hit when you're alone? That's step 3. Step 3 is rewrite the urges. Here's the trap. Telling yourself don't do it makes your brain obsess over it. Don't think of pizza right now, see? You just thought of pizza. Same with your bad habits. If you tell yourself don't scroll, don't jerk off, don't waste time, you're already halfway there. So here's the fix. Mental rehearsal. 10 minutes in the morning, close your eyes and imagine your day as if you already destroyed that habit. You're scrolling past temptation, you're working when you'd normally quit, you're acting like the future version of you. Neuroscientists have proven your brain literally builds new circuits just from rehearsal. That's why athletes do it. That's why musicians do it. Prime your brain before the world gets a chance. But don't get it twisted. Visualization without action is just daydreaming. And that's why you need step 4. Step 4 is micro decisions compound. Everybody wants transformation overnight. Reality check. The big change comes from boring, repeatable, tiny wins. Think compound interest. Skip one scroll, hit one workout, save $1. At first, it feels like nothing. Then a month later, your identity shifts. You're no longer the guy trying to quit. You're the guy who doesn't need that anymore. Here's your move. Pick one rich habit replacement today. Replace Netflix with editing your skills. Replace TikTok with learning about money. Simple swaps build a new identity. But here's the kicker. None of it lasts unless you master step 5. Step 5 is feel your future self. Most people fail because they try to change with the same old identity. You can't create a new reality while being the same person. So here's the science. Mental rehearsal doesn't just inspire you, it rewires you. One study had people imagine playing piano without touching it. After a week, their brain scans looked like they'd actually been practicing. Your brain can't tell the difference between a vivid rehearsal and the real thing. So spend 2 minutes each morning closing your eyes and embodying your future self. Feel his confidence. Feel his focus. Feel what it's like to be wealthy, disciplined, free. Anchor that emotion until your body craves it more than your old habit. That's when the old cycle finally snaps. So let's recap. You don't need to fix your whole life overnight. You just need to kill one broke habit today. Use the 4-minute hack. Catch your autopilot, change the trigger, rehearse the new response, make tiny rich swaps, and feel your future self until it becomes real. Do this for a week and tell me in the comments what broke habit you're finally crushing. And if you're serious about replacing broke habits with rich habits, your next step is clear. Watch my next video, 6 rich habits that will transform your life forever. That's where you learn how to stack these small wins into the blueprint that actually builds wealth.